Hello, Excellence family. I am Christina Swengas, Agent Concierge. Today is Monday, Mortgage Monday, and I have the opportunity to catch up with Madeline. She is very busy, but I am able to catch up with her today to discuss the Special Purpose Credit Program, a new program that has come out that I think all of us would be interested in hearing more about. Hey, Madeline, how are you?
Christina, I'm doing well. Hello, Excellence family. So yeah, this is a new program that just came into the market, and we are really excited to be able to participate in this. And it's a little bit different than the other grants. It is a grant, a DPA down payment assistance program. And the difference that this one is about is because it's not about where you're going to purchase, as some of them are. It's not about your employment. It's not about, several other factors that usually go into a DPA. It is basically to help those underserved communities. So what that means to us as or buyers is that there are certain areas, not that you have to purchase in that area, but where you live. So what that translates to is that if you are in one of the communities that has been designated as an underserved community, and you currently reside there, you can purchase using this grant to go to another community. You don't have to stay in that same community. So that's kind of the twist, where usually it is about that type of when they're specific to the area. So in essence, you could be, as long as you're in one of those communities, and we're going to get to that in a minute, you can go to another community. You just need to qualify from where you're currently living. Of course, there are other stipulations that have to be met, which are first-time home buyers, of course, and all property types do come into play, so it doesn't have to be specific property type. And lastly, and one of the more important things, is there's no income limitations. So that's helpful, because sometimes you may qualify for a program on 3 out of the 4 restrictions, and the last one would be that your income is over the average median income. So this program does not require that you be within the median income or below the median income. No AMI applies. So that's really terrific. And so we want to know what that is. Okay, so it's a $5,000 contribution or grant to assist with down payment or closing costs. And that's huge, because that's $5,000 less that has to come out of the buyer's funds for closing. And we're really excited about being able to offer this program. It's just another tool that we have, for being able to assist first-time home buyers getting into their homes. So we're really excited about that.
$5,000 is quite a nice contribution. And I believe also I saw something about an appraisal credit and possibly a home buyer warranty credit as well. Is that part of the program?
So with this program, they also give you $500 towards a home warranty program. So that's another credit that you can use towards getting a home warranty program, which is great as a new homeowner. With home ownership does come, things that require to be kept up and fixed and repaired or replaced. And hey, that home warranty is good to have, because you already get into some expenses that sometimes you weren't expecting, because now you own the home. Now the landlord's not coming to fix anything. It's all on you. So having a home warranty is a huge plus, and that's a $500 credit towards a home warranty, which is fantastic. And another savings for your closing cost is a credit of, I believe it was another $500 towards your appraisal. Again, that's another amount that you don't have to count with, that you can reduce from what is typically your closing cost. Appraisals are going anywhere from $550 to $650. And, to have the majority of that covered as a credit is a huge plus. So anywhere that you can save it's always going to be a benefactor.
Absolutely. And many don't really realize the carrying cost of real estate. So like you said, there's no landlord to call, something breaks. So that's a great contribution as well. Now, is there a payback requirement on this? Like if you utilize this program, is there going to be a requirement to pay it back?
Great question, Christina. Thank you for pointing that out. With DPA assistance or down payment assistance programs, these are considered grants. So they allow you to get into the property with these extra funds, and they do go on as a lien, and you don't have to repay them until the moment you either move out of the property and are no longer using it as your primary residence, or you decide to refinance the property, or you sell. Okay, so at any of those three events take place, that payment assistance will have to be repaid. But other than that, it's a non-interest earning debt that you actually don't have to take care of. You don't have to pay back until one of those events. So it's huge because, you know, after 10 years, your property has gained so much equity. If you do decide to sell or move out or refinance, so that $5,000 is just a small, you know, part that you would have to pay back for being able to get into the property 10 years ago.
Absolutely. I think that's a wonderful opportunity with no repayment unless you sell it or refinance later. Now, I would encourage our agents to reach out to Madeline, right, to determine eligibility, depending on where your potential buyer is living currently, right? That's what we're looking at.
It's just keep in mind that this is, you know, wherever your buyer is living in. And in the state of Florida, I'll just read off that we have Tampa on the list, Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, aside from other cities in there's Kissimmee, I believe the other, hold on, let me get to that list. In Georgia. Now, this is important too, because we do a lot of financing for properties in the Panhandle in the north of the state. And those who are in Georgia who may be wanting to relocate, you can, you know, promote yourself this great program to the cities in Georgia, which include Atlanta, Sandy Springs, and Roswell. And those are considered underserved communities. So if you have buyers, you know, living in those areas and want to move to Florida, or, you know, we can help them because they are purchasing in the state of Florida. So they'll qualify for the program, and we can help them because they are, you know, again, as long as they qualify based on first-time home buyer, and they still need to qualify for the loan. So you still have the loan qualifications that need to be met. We do have to have an automatic underwriting approval. But that's, you know, that's on any loan, whether they give you a grant or not. So this is a great tool that we have. And if you do have, like Christina, you were saying, you know, doubts, and you want to know if your client is going to qualify based on their current residence, you can just reach out, and we can check that for you in the different communities.
And we appreciate that, Madeline. For our North Florida agents, that's a great example. Someone living in Georgia, Roswell, Sandy Springs, relocating to Florida can take advantage of this program. So I would say, when in doubt, give us a call. Madeline is here to assist. As our agent concierge, I'm here to direct you, and we're happy to help out. I'd like to share with you for a brief moment how we can go about booking a time for our client, or your client can actually apply online. And getting in contact with Madeline and scheduling a time with her is easy as well. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you how that works. Basically what happens is you'll visit excellencemortgage.com, and it's /apply, and you'll see here the option to apply for a mortgage in the right-hand screen, upper right-hand screen. As you scroll down, you'll see the different loan application options. There are 3 easy ways to apply. The first one would be online, option 1. You simply hit apply, and that is for your borrower that is comfortable applying online. They can go in and they can, you know, determine what is the purpose of the loan and move forward from there, answering the questions. If they're not comfortable with that, the second option, also, if they wanted to do it in person with Madeline by Zoom, they can do that as well. But lastly, we have many clients that are still not comfortable giving their information over online. They can do it by phone, and they would simply click option 3, apply, which will take them to a designated scheduling time with Madeline. They'll select that, and you can see her calendar pops up with a time and date where Madeline will block her time for your client. What I like most about this is that there's no phone tag. Typically, you'll leave a message, you'll play phone tag all day, and in this market that we're in, you need to move quickly, and you want to have that time secured. And it's a great hour set aside to discuss these options with Madeline. Sometimes the option that the borrower thinks they need is not the correct fit, and Madeline does a great job at identifying what that need would be and how to best serve the client. So it's online, they're comfortable, by Zoom, or even by phone, option 3. Now, if they're not ready for either of those, or even you have a question as the agent to talk about scenarios and say, hey, I've got this property here, the buyer lives here, would this qualify? Give us your scenarios. That would be the bottom here where it says not quite ready to apply, but have questions. You would click on schedule call now. And again, it redirects you to Madeline's calendar, and you book a time on her calendar so you're not playing phone tag and you have your time blocked off accordingly. Highly recommend this. I'm sorry,
So, no, that's okay. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to point out that the difference between just a loan consultation is you can make it within a half an hour on the same date. And the applications are for 24 hours ahead of time. So once you, if you have a quick question and you want to talk to me about something, this part is where you want to go. You just you can make that same call, that appointment for the same day. And the application will need a 24 hours. And the reason that we do that is so that you know what kind of documents you're going to need in order to get ready for the application. And once you you set your time that's convenient for you, because that's important. It's like we want to make sure that the application loan time is something that works for you. You'll get an email that says, okay, this is what we're going to need for our call. And that means that call will go that much quicker and that much faster. And it'll be accurate and on point because I'll be able to have all of the information and probably give you your pre-approval letter at that time by the end of our call, if you have all the documents in order. So that's what makes that so much better. And sometimes your call for just those 30 minutes, then we reschedule for, hey, this is when you're going to have your documents ready, and we'll go from there. So keep that in mind. And sometimes the application call a consultation, if I don't have another call behind it, it may turn actually into the application itself. So but the important part is that you're in control of when the time is that you have to make the actual application. So it's a great tool to have.
Thank you, Madeline, for that clarification. It makes sense. If you just want a top consultation, you go to the bottom, and if you're ready, then it's 1 or 3. Most of the time, the client likes to do it by phone, but it really depends on your client. You have the flexibility. You can share this link with your client, excellencemortgage.com/apply, and then you have the options there. So we're here to assist. We remind you that we're here. Any questions you have, you can call us at 305-595-7355, the option for mortgage. You can also reach out to us, excellencemortgage.com/apply. Madeline, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate the update on this new program, and I think we'll be able to take advantage of it for our buyers.
I'm looking forward to getting those calls.
All right, we're standing by. Everyone have a wonderful week. Thanks again, Madeline, for your time.
Pleasure.
Take care.
Thank you, Christina.
Bye.
Bye-bye.